Hello everybody. Hello. Welcome back to the C.H.A.B.I.S CH multi-topic chaos YouTube channel. And today's topic is what to have in your car. I was recently thinking about it, and my car is everything but big. It's small or even tiny, depends on where you live. So if you're American, or if you're living in Germany or France or something like this, you're not used to have so few space, except if you live in Paris. Yeah, there's no space. But anyway, in most countries you have more space than in Switzerland. So in most countries you probably have bigger cars than in Switzerland. But here, and especially I don't have a big car, so I can't just do it like some American, Canadian, whatever preppers, doomsday preppers or whatever, and just fill my car with about everything, put in my whole house in this car. I have to reduce to what I need. And I'm not a prepper, I'm not a survivalist. I would never call me really like that. I have some basic knowledge, and I think about, I just don't like an empty fridge, so I normally have enough food for a few days. Because I like to eat, and not just my carpet or something tasty. So that's all about me. And I was thinking about what to have in my car, as I said, and I found out that I was mostly kind of stupid, because I had been buying a tent some years ago, and I left it in the car partly because I was too lazy to put it somewhere else, and part of it because I thought having a tent in the car is a great thing if the car breaks down, if you're in the countryside or the road gets blocked by an avalanche, all things that can happen here in Switzerland easily. Depends a lot on where you are, but can happen. And some days ago I found out how stupid I was, because, well, yeah, I guess as a general rule of thumb you can say, what do you need in case if you have to spend a night somewhere in the nature, in the forest? You need shelter, water, food. And, well, tent is shelter, yeah, right. But in a car, what defines a car? A car is a box you can sit in. It's waterproof, rainproof at least, keeps away the wind. So what exactly is the difference between a car and shelter? Yeah, a car is a shelter. Not every shelter is a car, but every car is a shelter. So I threw out the tent and put it in my storage room. And did actually following that rule, shelter, water, food. By following this, I put in those 6 items. I did not even count them before. And that's about it, I'd say. We have just examples. Let's continue with the shelter idea. You have the problem that in your car the heating will go out sometime. You don't have the energy to heat your car for the whole night or something. So that's why I have a blanket. This is just some ordinary car blanket. I'd say everybody more or less does have a blanket in his car. Somehow you have to. Oh, and by the way, I'm not actually talking about the stuff you have to have in your car by law anyway. I guess most laws in most countries of the world require you to have a first aid kit in your car, and of course this is quite a good idea. You normally do have some gloves, you do have some cloth to wipe your windshield, your windows. That's just there. We don't have to talk about this. So, blanket, which most people probably already have. And what I found out, sleeping bag. Because the tent does not make much sense. Put up a tent in your car, or but the sleeping bag is the great thing to keep you warm. This is just an example. It wasn't an expensive one. You can get much better ones if you are in the topic. So, shelter, something to keep you warm. About keeping warm, I bought some lighters. Just by the way, of course, if you are in northern Canada, your lighters will probably freeze overnight and you can't make a fire in the morning. I'm in Switzerland. If I'm up in the mountains, I will have the same problem, but I can, for example, keep the lighter in a sleeping bag. I should probably not light them in the sleeping bag, but anyway, I can keep them somewhere where they don't get the full minus 20 degrees centigrade. And lighters will come in later. Water, this is a water bottle, as an example. You can buy some bottled water. You can easily store a few liters of bottled water in your car. There's always room for it. But if you store your water for too long, it might get some bacteria growing inside. And that's where this comes in place. You can of course drink directly from the bottle. But if the bottle is kind of old or whatever, it's always good to cook your water. And then you need a fire to cook your water, and you need something to cook the water in. And I bought this today in the store. It's actually meant to be a milk jug, but it's metal. It has a lid. That was quite important for me now. It will work well on fire. Yeah. That's all you need. And yeah, food. Food is the latest priority actually. If you have something to drink, you can stay long, several days without food. But I love those hard bars with honey, because I think they will stay for a bit longer in a hot car, or anyway, if you forget about it, it will not get bad so quickly. But anything concentrated food, chocolate will melt in the car, so that's probably not the best thing. Yeah. So this is it. You need something to keep you warm, something to drink, something to boil water if it is not perfectly clean or you are not sure about it, and so you need something to make fire outside the car, I would recommend, and some food for emergency. That's in general. You know, of course it depends on the context, on where you are, but actually occasionally we have one bear in Switzerland, one bear for a whole country, and it's normally going away anyway, or it gets killed by some hunters or some farmers having sheep, and it's not legal, but it somehow happens at times. We have probably about 10 wolves for a whole country. So if you actually happen to meet a bear or a wolf, when you are out for a night in the forest once, I guess it's not very likely, so we don't have to care much about this. If you are in another country, USA, Canada, Eastern Europe, Russia, where you have polar bears or whatever things, you have to have some different stuff. When you are in an area where the butane in your lighters are freezing, you have to think about other means of making fire, like ferro rods and ferrocerium rods, whatever. So this is for a Swiss context and for a short time, of course. So, I've been rambling along for enough time. Thank you for watching and have a good day. See you later.